Hi everybody, welcome to Major Misconduct. I'm the Major Scott Taylor. The Misconduct has taken a week off, so we have a new Misconduct. We have a bench minor with us today. Dave Petrishen, the Doc Football, Doc Sports. He's joined us today at 360Winnipeg.ca, and we're in the training room of the Winnipeg Goldeyes, where Chris Roberson, who just injured his eye, one of the first times I've ever seen in my entire life where somebody fouled a ball off their face. I'd never seen that before in my entire life around baseball. Is doing his training to get his eyesight right again, so maybe he can get on the plane and go to St. Paul this weekend. As we talk about baseball, which we will later on in the show, I want to start with football. Last night, Joey Elliott was at the Hearts of Blue and Gold Dinner for Variety. He looks tremendous. He's fired up. But he's the first guy to tell you this BC Lions team is awful good.
Oh, boy. And offensive player of the week or offensive player of the week? but definitely, the guy had a great performance on last Thursday night at Canada Stadium, and well worthy of getting the starting job again, and sets up that big dilemma. What's going to happen when Buck Pierce is ready to go?
That's the next question I was going to ask. First of all, he's got to get past BC.
Yeah.
BC hasn't allowed a touchdown in 13 quarters.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an easy night. I mean, this could be a real legitimate test for him. If he passes this test, do you move Buck Pierce and go with Elliott, Brink, and Goltz and start developing your own quarterback for the first time in 40 years in this franchise?
Well, they got to think that quick. The Bombers have to think of that quickly because that veterans deadline comes up in
September 1. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, they have to. It's going to be all come down to on Friday night at Canada Stadium. Can he do the thing he did against Hamilton? And I mean, BC's no Hamilton though. So.
No, they're not. BC is a tremendous defense, a veteran defense. They went to the Grey Cup last year.
Yeah.
They're 5-2, probably right now the best team in the Canadian Football League. If Elliott survives this one, if he is as good a quarterback against this BC team as he was against Hamilton, and you're the general manager, what do?
You move Buck.
I think there's no other question.
Yeah, the salary, I mean, he'll be busting tables at the restaurant, but, I mean, unfortunately, that's the cold, hard fact of all professional sports. You're only as good as the next guy who shows up and does better than you.
I agree. It all depends on Friday night. It's the Bombers and BC Lions at Canada Stadium. When we come back, we're going to talk about some other CFL news, and we're going to talk about the Goldeyes. This is Major Misconduct. Taylor, Petrishen this week. We're on 360Winnipeg.ca, and we're live from Goldeye Land.